Rocking in the house.
Peaches rocking in the house tonight.
Tonight. Here we go. We're live.
Sound
We're going to get
checking.
flagged.
Sound checking in the house tonight.
Everybody's eating Tots in Knoxville. Hey, what about Knoxville Tots? That sounds like the name of a song.
Knoxville Tots. That could be the first song of the year.
We haven't told
Oh,
told anybody that idea yet.
nobody knows.
Still under wraps. Still under wraps.
Nobody knows about Knoxville Tots.
Right now, they don't know what they don't know.
That's right.
But soon the world will be exposed to Knoxville Tots. The plan is coming together just as I have seen it.
They don't know what they don't know. But we don't know what we don't know either. Nobody
We don't
knows.
know what we don't know, and you don't know what we don't know, and we know that you know well, though we don't know what we know.
No, you don't know what you don't know, but we know what you don't know.
There's the chorus. I need to write it down. You don't know what we don't know, and they don't know what we don't know.
You know?
You know.
Well, you know.
That's the whole song. That's the whole song right there.
Like
You don't know what you don't know, but we know that you don't know that you don't know what you don't know. But
Exactly.
we know that you. Yeah.
That's perfect.
I haven't heard the keyboard yet, JT. Do you
Oh,
want to give
there
that
you
a
go.
little test?
Yeah.
we don't know.
Is it loud enough?
Yeah, I think that'll
It's
work.
perfect. Would you guys like to hear? Would you guys like to hear me breathe into my microphone?
I would like nothing more. I've
I've
been
heard enough of that tonight.
thinking of that all day.
Mandy was giving me a lot of flack.
I'm grumpy because I keep getting robocalls from AT&T, and so I'm just a little testy.
I don't blame you.
She literally said, "Don't breathe anymore. I don't want you to breathe," because she's getting crank call or she's getting robocalls. She wants me to stop breathing.
I
She's
couldn't think of
annoyed.
Another solution. That was the best I could do.
I don't blame her for being annoyed.
With me?
No, with AT&T.
Oh, okay. There's other people are getting calls from AT&T, but I don't think it's AT&T. I think it's some other nefarious
Scammer. It's a
agency.
scammer.
Yeah.
Robot.
We have a dispute about who's first. Sherry and Rachel are going to need to fight this out.
No, I think
But-
it was Sherry. I think it was
Mr.
Sherry.
Wilson thinks he's second regardless.
Sherry was first by about 3 hours.
Sign up if you dare, starving comics everywhere. Coming out of quarantine, so catch the vibe and dig the scene. Take a seat, gonna grab a snack, gonna kill the room, gonna talk some smack.
I already had my snack.
It's Tots.
My Cadillac. Kicking it
Tots.
live on the radio. Everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo. Hit spotlight, here we go.
Ready for Knoxville Tots.
You ready for the show?
Here come the Knoxville
For
folks.
the show.
Here come the Knoxville Tots! Here come the Knoxville Tots! Yeah! Here come the Knoxville Tots!
You get them Knoxville Tots and you put them in the deep fryer. And they're a crunchy drop.
Crunchy drop, baby.
Knoxville Tots sounds like a nickname that you give to. Oh, you gotta go see old Knoxville Tots.
Everybody gonna be so
Yeah, I remember old Knoxville Tots.
Ain't no time to be depressed.
You lived over there off
Are
of
you
Connor,
ready
didn't you?
for the best?
Used to sit on his front porch, rocking back and forth, eating tots all day long. Old Knoxville Tots.
That's right.
I'll never forget that old codger.
Are you trying to find a farm? Or are you gonna go by old where old Knoxville Tots is?
There you go.
Legend of Knoxville
Oh,
Tots.
and after you ask directions, make sure you get some tots, because he makes the best tots in Knoxville.
Welcome to SCQS, everybody. My name is John. This is that's Brian over there, and down below is John Thomas Oakes, affectionately known as JT. Maybe Knoxville Tots from now on. Juan is on the road. He plays for a little band called Casting Crowns, and I think they might be in Indy. or in southern Indiana tonight, right? No, not at all. Okay. They might have been, but they're not. They're somewhere else. And he may be joining us later with horrible internet connections, which is what he's
What else is new, right?
Right. It'll be just like old times. But we are happy that you're here.
We are
in a festive. Oh, I forgot that I got my Christmas deer glasses. I forgot to put them on. But it's
lovely.
Thank you. It's Christmas time, and this is my mug. You're welcome to join us with your whatever Christmas decorations or Christmas articles of clothing that you guys are comfortable wearing. Feel free to bust them out, start wearing them. And Brian's got his snowy background.
Mm-hmm.
JT's got his wintry
swirling
background.
water,
Glowy background.
swirling wintry water,
Mm-hmm. And now it's
and
lava.
a campfire. But how am I right?
Whatever color it is, it's Christmas themed.
Yes.
So we have a gigantic show tonight.
How big is it?
Even if Juan isn't able to join us tonight, it's a huge show, and I'm glad you asked, JT, because if this woolly mammoth represents a typical show, then tonight's show looks something like this.
Wow. Hey, do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yeah, he lives
Yes, I
on
know
Drury
the
Lane.
Muffin Man. I also dial 1-800 call ATT or whatever. 10-10-321. That's what it was. 10-10-321. People have no idea what I'm talking about.
She's
Have you been
married to the Muffin Man.
Who was that? Who was that person?
I don't know.
You don't know that reference?
I know that reference. I was talking about you, who just popped in and disappeared again. So is everybody getting that AT&T call?
No, I got a call.
getting it?
I got a call from the Democratic Party this week.
For what?
They wanted me to run for office.
Me too.
I'm not lying.
Are you going to?
No, I'm not even going to repeat how I responded.
So they're making like calls to
I got
ask
a
people to
text
run for office?
message for that exact same text message.
Are you going to run for office, Peach?
I mean, probably not as a Democrat. Here you go. Hi, Amanda. This is Dee, a volunteer with the Indiana Democratic Party. We're looking for folks in Kokomo to run for local office. Would you like info on how to run?
Yeah,
Oh, I should have showed the.
I got a call. I got a call to that effect.
Wow.
Yeah.
How come I didn't get
know.
one?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It looks like Rachel King was first tonight on the chat room, but I don't know.
But I don't think she was.
Okay.
I don't think she was. I think that
I'm
Sherry was.
just going by the chat lists.
Mhm.
Rachel may have been the first to chat though.
Mm.
Only get calls about Canada Border Patrol putting out a warrant for my arrest. You guys are
I thought the Canadians were getting texts from the Democratic Party asking them to run for office. Yeah,
I want to know who the bombers are. Stephen Peters is shouting out to the bombers, and I don't know what the bombers are. Is that a Canadian sports
football
team? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm going to have to take these glasses off pretty soon.
You're going to have to take control of the program, too, because I'm going off on another tangent
It's
with Canadian
giving me
football that has nothing to do with cues.
CFL final is on right now. All right. Well, that's our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to.
Good night. Thank you. See you next week.
Go sports teams. But before we go any further, we for sure have to give a shout out to our Cliquers.
Cliquers are great. They're super amazingly great. Athletic and fun and super smart. Their beautiful faces a work of art. Cliquers are great. Canadians are so great. Without them we'd be destitute and drifting into the abyss. Lovely Cliquers, we blow you a kiss. When we think about you people, well, it gets us in the tickers. I guess that makes us crazy for you folks we call our Cliquers.
This week, our Cliquers, in no particular order, are
Grant Ogilvie,
Ogilvie, Grant Ogilvy,
Probably.
and
Chance
Rogers. We appreciate you so much,
Yes, we
Grant
do.
and Chant, and all of our clickers. If it were not for you, our beloved comedy clickers, we would not be able to do half of the things
This
that
is
we
correct.
do. We wouldn't be able to do 3/5 of the things that we do.
5/3. We wouldn't do 5/3.
We would not be able to do 5. We would not be able to do any sort of improper fraction
That's right.
of the things that we do.
And five out of 4 experts agree that we would not be able to do it.
Right.
We would not be able to do any rational number of things that we do were it not for our clickers. And so we thank you. If you would like to become a clicker yourself and join our merry band of special insider cool people, you can go to johnbrandy.com, sign up to become a clicker. Among all of the benefits is the Affert Party, which takes place immediately after SKUs. And tonight
much
we are going to talk about a idea that John Thomas had and texted to us just earlier tonight. And it's a great idea. You clickers are going to help us make this idea a reality for the rest of the universe.
You will know what you didn't know.
Exactly.
And then you will know what you didn't know. And then right now you don't know what you don't know.
And if
But
we
if
decide to do it, then Brian can make the announcement, and that's the last we ever saw of John Thomas Oates.
Right. So if you would like to know what you don't know, then become a clicker, and then you'll be on the know. Okay. So Juan is actually scheduled to do the night before Christmas, and so we're gonna push that down the list on of things to do, because, well, like I said, we have so many things this evening that are taking place. JT and Brian have got our first official Christmas song for this year, and so
Yes, we do.
yeah, and we haven't heard it yet. So this is it's debuting tonight for all of us.
This is a world premiere, right, Brian?
Absolutely. And you can just spotlight JT. He's the star here.
But you're going to do a thing,
Well,
aren't you?
I think we talked about this at the Affert Party last week. We just kind of mentioned how much we like Christmas songs and Christmas music. And so Brian said, we should write a Christmas song. And I said, well, let's write a Christmas song. And so all week we've been going back and forth on lyrics and musical ideas. And we actually came up with a Christmas song. And so this is a world premiere and a collaboration with my good friend Brian. And this is called Christmas Fan. And this is just for you guys. You're the first ones in the world to hear it. So here you go. People just don't understand me. They frown and shake their heads. They wonder if I'm crazy or if I'm just off my meds. I'm shunned and shamed at every turn, but I hold my head up high. I'm proud to be just who I am, and here's the reason why. I'm a true believer, full of holiday cheer. And when November rolls around, I kick it into gear. Call me a fanatic, say I'm way over the top. But when I hear those carols start to play, I hope they never stop. I've got it bad, I'm just a diehard. I keep a tree with lights the whole year round in my yard. If I could, I'd like to run the rooftops right where Rudolph ran. Got my ugly sweater pressed and ready. I'm a Christmas fan. Are you feeling it?
I am.
Yeah. Verse 2. Christmas is the season. The whole world comes alive. 12 days ain't enough for me. I want 365. Yeah, I'm a nut for Christmas. I want snow clouds in the fall. I got a life-size autograph poster of Saint Nick up on my wall. Some say I'm strange, deranged and balmy. If you need an eggnog recipe, just call me. And when it comes to putting lights on the house, you know I've got a plan. They'll see it clear from outer space, 'cause I'm a Christmas fan. Some say I'm weird, completely off the wall. Cause I'm on a first name basis with Santa's helpers at the mall. I got gifts by the tree and stockings by the fire and a pie made of pecan. I love every little thing about Christmas time cause I'm a Christmas fan. I'm that snowball, silver bell, jingle bell, gingerbread, hallelujah, mistletoe, tinsel, tannenbaum, goodwill, eggnog, 3 kings, frankincense, partridge, pear tree, sleigh ride, sugar plum, candy cane, carolyn, figgy pudding, fruit cake. Okay, maybe not fruit cake, but I'm a Christmas fan. Thank you. That's the sound of 4 hands clapping.
So, do you like Christmas? I wasn't sure from the song.
It's okay.
It's subtle. The message is subtle, but I hope we communicate that we kind of like Christmas. Yeah,
I think that's definitely a keeper.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think so too. We're excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
We got it registered and everything, so nobody can steal it. We'll probably get flagged on YouTube tonight because it's actually registered now. So.
Yep. It's our song.
Flagged for our own-
Get flagged for our own music. I have been flagged for playing my own clips.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yep, I've gotten threatening letters from YouTube.
for playing your own music.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, we got a standing ovation from Pat and Gayla.
Very
That was
nice.
That's
Sweet.
great.
So many nice comments. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So is it going to be? They want to know when it's going to be on iTunes.
Well, we need to get a real good recording of it before we can release it like that. But that's something we need to talk about.
Better than what we just did on our streaming video.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're going to try to reel Juan in and get him to play guitar on it because there's
Yep.
supposed to be a guitar solo in the middle, like a little rockabilly guitar solo.
Drums and some Christmas bells and
Yeah, jingle bells, that kind of stuff.
You know, what would be fun would be to get Andrew to do an ocarina solo in the middle too. That would be
Yes, that would be fun. I'm all about the ocarinas.
what key, depending on what key it's in. I'll ask him about that, and he'll ignore me. All right, so that was good. That was good.
Thank you.
We have still not heard from Juan, so what I'm going to do is move on to another idea. We had talked about, and I haven't talked to you guys about this, but we talked about doing a special version of Story Salad with a Christmas theme. And so I have a few words that I have made up in advance. Actually, I didn't make these. I didn't make them up. They're actual words. If I'd made them up, you would have no idea what they are. But they're actual words that you will recognize from the English language that have to do with Christmas. And I thought we'd throw them out, and then if we have a story about them, then we'll tell that story related to Christmas. So the first one is, do you have those, Ms. Producer? I made slides. I actually made slides. That was how far in advance I prepared for tonight. And we're using the actual slide. Yeah, go ahead and put that one up there because I did a Christmas Story Salad slide.
Hey, how
Oh,
cute.
that's the opposite. See?
Aw, how cute. That's
Now,
my brother. That's my brother's artwork, by the way.
Yep. So for those of you who are not familiar with Story Salad, it's a game that John Thomas and Tommy Oakes, his father, have developed, and it's available. We used to have a link for it. I don't know if we still have that link.
I can pull it up and put it in the comments.
Yeah, it's at johnthomasoakes.com, right?
Yeah, you can get on my homepage, or I'll send you a direct link to the site too.
Mm-hmm. And you can actually get a copy of Story Salad and play it with your friends or enemies. But it's a really low pressure game because there's no scoring system and no real rules. But the thing is, you draw a card, and then everybody, if they have a story about that card, then they tell that story, and then when everybody runs out of stories, you draw another card. So
Yes.
tonight, rather than cards, we're going to use the slides. And so the first one is
Oh, how
is
pretty.
snow. Thanks.
Oh, man. So are we going in order, or does the first person to come up with a story go?
First person to come up with a story is fine.
Okay.
I mean,
I thought of one right off the bat.
I figured you would.
Crank it off. All right. So when I was in college, my first 2 years of college, I went to East Tennessee State University. And there was a girl, I still remember her name. I'll never forget her name because of this experience. But her name was Lynette. And a bunch of us were hanging out one night, and it was snowing to beat the band outside. We were hanging out at the campus house, and there's a golf course maybe 3 miles from the campus house. And they had all these big hills. And somebody said, we should take inner tubes, because they had a garage full of inner tubes at the campus house. They said, we should take inner tubes out to the golf course. And we were like, heck yeah, let's go. So we threw them all in a truck, drove out to the golf course. It was coming down, beautiful, perfect for sledding. So we start going down the hill. And, you know, we're all between 17 and 21 years old. So we start upping the stakes. And somebody said, let's see how many people we can get on one tube. That was our first mistake. So I think we got like 7 people on one inner tube, and we started down the hill. And we hadn't gone 5 feet until we hit a bump and flying up in the air. And I landed on Lynette, and I rode her down the hill like a sled. And she was like face first the whole way. And when we got to the bottom, I stood up and I was like, Lynette, are you okay? And she didn't move. And so I turned her over, and she just started screaming, my neck, I can't. And she's screaming. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've broken her neck. They actually had to call an ambulance for this poor girl and put her in a neck brace. And it didn't break her neck, but it caused some severe trauma. And she like wore that neck brace for the rest of the semester. And she was, yeah, it was horrible.
Wow.
Have you been injured in a sledding accident?
Yeah.
All the lawful episodes
Yeah, I mean,
of Knoxville Tots.
Knoxville Tots. There you go.
Knoxville Tots, attorney at law. Don't let a sledding accident.
Lynette, if you're watching tonight, I apologize again for the 50th time for any trauma I may have caused you. So that's my stow story.
Yeah, that would be a story that I would remember had it happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a snow story, Brian?
I do. It's kind of a short story because I was younger at the time, but I have to just preface this that everybody knows that sometimes there are Santa's helpers out there. That it's not the real Santa, but Santa does come out, and he has helpers that are all around the world to help get him messages. So my mother ended up at one point. My parents ended up hiring one of Santa's helpers who dressed as Santa to come and deliver toys on Christmas Eve. And it just so happened that there had to be a giant blizzard that night. And apparently, this I get secondhand because again I was little. Came up the stairs and he was just drenched with from all the snow and the blizzard. And apparently his car got stuck in the snow, and he had to like get towed and all that sort of stuff. But I just remember being a young child and seeing Santa come up over the stairs and had a bag full of presents for us with our names. He knew our names, and it was just a really, really magical moment for myself and my siblings. But for this poor Santa's helper, he was just stuck in this horrific blizzard, trying to make, I'm guessing, $25 at the time or whatever.
Maybe.
Oh, man. Bless his heart.
Maybe had enough to pay for gas.
Yeah, exactly. For the tow out of the giant blizzard.
That's
Here,
great.
kids. Here's your stupid presents. I gotta get out of here.
It's a brain O'Brien.
Do you have any bumper cables in a tow truck?
Santa needs a jump. Yeah. Well, do we have the video of Brian's Christmas tradition?
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, should we set this up at all? Or
Brian
Yes,
sent us,
please do.
Brian sent us his Christmas tradition.
Yeah, Brian gets really into the holidays.
I do.
And
I am very big into decorations and Christmas decorations, and everyone started posting on Polo just some like decorating and oh look, we're putting up the tree and the lights and ornaments and all that sort of stuff, and I just they weren't doing it correctly. They weren't doing it to my standards. And, you know, it's Christmas time, for crying out loud. Like, we're going to go, let's go big. So I decided to put together, I showed them in real time how I decorate my house. So.
He did. He brought us into his Christmas
don't
traditions.
mean to sound critical, but I think you guys are doing Christmas decorations all wrong. None of this has been pre-staged, so I'm going to show you how I do Christmas decorations. So come with me. This is, here, we'll do this. We'll go this way. And you know what? We'll just switch the camera. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at my beautiful house. My thermostat. Oh, lovely. Okay. So this is how we do Christmas here.
73.
We got to get the decorations from here. There it is. The lights are still on it from last year. How wonderful. The world's loudest garage door opener. So we're going to just grab this. It's going to get a little crazy here. Hold on. Let's see what we can do. Oh, you're in the tree. You're in the tree. Oh, you got it. Hang in there. Hang with me. Don't leave. I should have opened this door first, but I didn't. Here's how we do it. In you go. We're going in. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. Oh no! The bass fell. The bass fell. The bass fell. This was supposed to be fun and simple and easy. No, it's not. There goes the whole video.
Go back out and get the bass.
You know, it's really difficult. It's just really difficult sometimes to get good help. And clearly, that's my own doing. There's my stand. All right, let's do this.
So it actually took him twice as long this year to put up his Christmas tree.
Yeah, it was a rough year. It was a rough year
I'd
this
have
year.
to edit this. There we go. That's in.
Nailed it.
And I'm plugging in. Are you ready for the big Christmas tree lighting? They were doing this at Rockefeller Center. It's how it's done.
I'm car sick.
And
Oh, wow! Wow! Beautiful.
done. And that's how you do Christmas decorations.
Uh-huh. I had a little lump in my throat when the lights came on.
It's an emotional. You can hear the angels singing.
Yep.
I like the way you waited until the sun was directly overhead coming through the window. Turn the lights on.
This is going to go viral because everybody's going to want to know how to do this.
Yeah, it's a secret. It's a family tradition. It's a family secret.
Yeah.
I don't want to give it all. But.
Yeah, the thing that sold it for me was that I genuinely think that is really where your Christmas tree is all year, and you just went out and got it.
That is absolutely 100% legitimately. There was no preparation in that at all. There was literally no preparation. I was like, well, I guess I'll put up the decoration. Now that's what I call it. It's the decoration.
Yeah.
We were talking about that this afternoon, about the importance of traditions, and how a lot of people don't have any traditions that they follow. And I guess it really doesn't matter what the tradition is, as long as it's a tradition. So if your tradition is to hike out to the garage and drag the tree in and plug it in, that's as legitimate as whatever.
Well, yeah.
Whatever anybody else does.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
I like it.
Well, I popped on because I thought of something for snow
Okay.
Oh, good.
that I'd like to share. I was pretty young and I don't remember very many of the details, but maybe Dad remembers a year that we were at a family camp in the wintertime for some reason. And Hold on, let me think. I think DJ and Peg were there. Do you remember this at all?
Mm-mm.
I think.
Keep
But
going. Maybe it'll come to me.
That might not be true. It might have been a different family that
A different
associated
father?
them somehow. It was people that
Might
you
have been
grew
my
up
other
with.
dad.
It was people that you grew up with for sure. And you were there, and Tim and I were there. I think it was before Tabby was even born. And we weren't expecting it to snow. So we didn't bring like snow clothes. But Tim and I wanted to go out and play when it did snow over the weekend. And so all the ladies, including Mom, were like trying to come up with ways that we could bundle up sufficiently enough to go out in the snow. And all I remember is that they put on like 6 or 8 pairs of socks on us on both of our feet, and then put a bread bag over the top of that, and then rubber banded them to the top of our calves to make it waterproof. Does any of this ring a bell?
Sort of. Yeah, sort of. I don't remember Dave and Peg being there, but I do remember you guys sort of trying to cobble together cold weather gear from warmer weather apparel.
Yes, and we ended up with bread bags on our legs, and then we were outside, as kids do, for like 30 seconds. And it was, I mean, in our defense, it was pretty cold. There wasn't a whole lot of insulation on our little makeshift boots, but that's what I thought of when I saw snow.
I remember you guys going outside when you were little at your grandmother Ahern's house, and it had snowed in Michigan City, and their grandmother lives at the bottom of a pretty substantial hill. It's a good hill for sledding.
It's a good hill for nearly killing yourself.
It's a good hill to almost die on, and that was what I remember, was that it was snowing, and it was a substantial enough snow that it was good for tobogganing and for sledding. And Timothy was like, I want to go outside, and so we got them all bundled up. We did have their winter clothes with them, got them all bundled up, put them on, sent them outside. Okay, you guys go have a blast. Yay, out they go. They get their snow. They trudge to the top of the hill with their sled, and they both get on the sled simultaneously. Their first slide down the hill, they crash right into the bird bath. And then Timothy comes in crying, and that was the end of the day.
It had water in it, and it was frozen. So it the water came off out of the top of it and clunked him on the head. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good bump.
Yeah, he got a goose egg because he slammed into the bird bath, and then the water frozen in there came out and plunked him on the head. That was first trip down the hill, and that was the end of it.
First and last trip.
First and last trip down. Okay. So speaking of that, I've got something else that's not related at all to that, and that is we had another episode of Roget Montague that happened this week in the Telegram group, and this was something that we discussed in the Affert party last week, and we decided that it would be good to hear from Roget Montague as far as his Christmas scams and Christmas swindles, and so we took turns this week kind of sending those back and forth, and I have them here, and this is Roget Montague's Christmas swindles.
Roget Montague prints off labels and signs his name to them, and then clips them out. He prints them off out the library, and then he clips them out and puts them on the largest package under the tree. Saves lots of money and is a good swindle.
Roget Montague records the carolers outside his door and then sells the single on iTunes.
Don't be surprised if you get a shoebox full of toothpaste and toiletries from Roget Montague this Christmas. You see, he's pilfered the Operation Christmas Child donation.
And 1 corncob pipe.
There's a certain person who stands outside the mission when they are handing out their free Christmas dinners, and he charges change to the recipients of those free dinners and tells them that money is used to pay for the food. And the person who does this is Roget Montague.
Roget Montague dresses up in a red apron and rings a bell with a bucket outside stores, but he is not part of the Salvation Army. Yes, yes.
When Roget Montague goes to the movies with his friends, he buys adult price tickets for his friends, but only a child price ticket for himself.
Roget Montague has a collection of 83 scarves, which he's stolen from snowmen.
Roget Montague takes his Compassion International gifts and lists them on eBay as one-of-a-kind collector's items and sells them for 25 times their original value.
Roget Montague volunteers to read at the local library. But really, he's just taking stock of the inventory for his future bookstore.
When Roget Montague serves wassail at his Christmas gatherings, he makes certain that everyone sees him drool in every glass so that he is the only one who will drink the wassail. That's what Roget does.
There's a couple of things that I noticed as I was putting this together. One is that Juan, when he does Roget Montague, he starts out with Roget Montague, and he's got that really thick accent. But then when he remembers details that he wants to add, he totally drops the accent. Because he like goes photocopy, and then he goes back into the. And Mandy's Roget Montague that she did in the library was very quiet because she didn't want.
I was really at the library. I didn't really want the librarians to know that I was as strange as we are. Yeah.
That's what Roget does.
That's how they all have to end. All the segments. That's what Roget does.
That's what he does. All right. I am prepared this week for our first round of Christmas icon battles. This is another thing that we discussed last week in the effort party. It was so popular when we did the Thanksgiving food battle that we decided it would be not just a good idea, but an excellent idea if we had another series of battles for Christmas food. But this time we opened it up not just to food, but we also have any sort of Christmas related item. And so let me share the screen here, and then we'll be ready to go.
I'm still reeling over the gravy boat. I love the gravy boat victory. It was spectacular. Yeah, it was spectacular.
Big upset. About as big of an upset as the UFC fight last night.
Oh, yeah? I didn't get to see that. Was it good?
People seem to enjoy it. Spoilers, by the way.
Okay. All right. Is it working? Can you see it? Okay. Now, the problem is when I switch over to the screen, then my voice goes wonky from what you've told me.
Yes, it does.
So, yeah, so in no particular order, let me switch over here and scroll.
Oh, wow. We have quite the lineup already, I see.
Yeah, we have the turkey. We have the battle turkey.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Yeah.
Right, the battle turkey is a holdover from the Thanksgiving fight. If you weren't here for Thanksgiving, the battle turkey he didn't win, but he made a good showing. And then we've got a mistletoe. We've got a Christmas mistletoe. We have a Christmas reindeer. We have Christmas jelly of the month, which was suggested at the effort party. That's what that little red thing is there. Yes. Then we have a Christmas Yule log. We have Krampus is there.
Yay!
It's a bad case of dandruff, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dripping off of him. And then look, there's the leg lamp from It's a Wonderful
Yes.
Life.
Oh,
I was
no, that's from the Christmas
From
story.
what?
from Christmas Story, not Wonderful Life. Christmas Story. And then Tiny Tim is there with his crutch.
His little crutch.
Yep. And then that last one, even though it looks like a Yule log, it's not. It's actually fruitcake. It's Christmas fruitcake.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do this time is we're going to put them two at a time into, rather than having everybody in a fight, we're just going to put them two at a time in and empty them out, and then
Okay.
we'll do it that way.
Okay.
So I need to know who you would like to see battle head to head. Now I will tell you that Krampus was a huge problem for me because that dude is really, really tough. And no matter what I did to handicap him, he just kept decimating everybody.
I think he should go against Tiny Tim. I think that's the.
Yep.
I would go the Yule log. I would go the Yule log and the fruitcake because they're about the same consistency and about as edible as each other.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do that first. Let's do Yule log and fruitcake first.
Okay.
So here we go.
What'd you put it in, a dumpster?
Christmas
Yeah.
dumpster.
The Christmas
okay.
dumpster.
Okay.
It's the Christmas dumpster. Come on.
Gotcha.
All right.
now,
Do you have to separate the rest of the group?
I was just about to say that. So for those of you who weren't here for the Christmas battle, what's going to happen is, as soon as these items come out of the dumpster, they are going to be filled with bloodlust, and they will begin attacking. They will begin attacking everything, and so I'm going to have to move. I'm going to have to move the other people and stuff out of the way so that they don't get attacked. And so, in case you're wondering why we put them in the dumpster, we put them in the dumpster so that they will then come to life and be filled with anger. And okay, so let me do that. So I'm going to move these things. Move Tiny Tim.
Heavy. Yeah. And tall. It needs to be big enough to. Yeah. Okay. That might work. Okay.
Here we go.
Here goes.
Money's on the Yule log.
Punch, punch, punch.
Oh, 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 oh,
Oh,
oh.
My
And the Yule
goodness.
back, and fruitcake is not going quietly, but he's fading quickly. Down goes fruitcake. Down goes fruitcake.
Who would have saw that coming? Who would have seen that coming? Sorry.
My dumpster fell over.
All right. There you have it.
Okay, so now we need to know what to fight next.
I'd save
So we've got-
I'd save Battle Turkey for last.
Battle Turkey for last?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why is Brian backstage?
I don't know. Bring him up front. Why did Brian go backstage? Did I do that? I probably did.
I
that.
didn't touch anything. I was watching the dumpster tip over, and all of a sudden I looked up and Brian was gone.
Well, commentary is not welcome. Okay.
I did not
Somebody-
appreciate.
somebody-
I didn't
somebody
appreciate
left
your
the
color
stage door open.
commentary.
There we go.
I didn't. All right, so we've got people are talking about the jelly of the month. So I'm going to put the jelly of the month in,
That
and
sounds
then
good.
tell me what to add. What to fight?
I haven't seen anybody else say anything.
Maybe Jelly of the Month versus the Mistletoe, or the leg lamp, since they're both movie references.
Okay.
Correct. Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest here. I really want the leg lamp to go the distance. I don't want the jelly.
You can't fix the fight, Dad.
Yeah, but the jelly of the month
fixing
is the gift that keeps giving the whole year round.
The
Yeah,
odds
but the
right
leg
now
lamp
are-
is a major award.
That's true.
All right. All right,
It's
so place your
Italian.
bets. Here we go.
Ready,
It's fragile.
set, go.
And they're at it. And the leg lamp is losing by a heart, by 2 hearts.
Jelly takes an early lead.
Yep.
And it looks like it's going to stay that way.
Oh, it is.
Oh, and
Oh, there goes
the
your
lamp.
leg lamp. Sorry, John. Sorry, John.
Barely.
The lamp is fragile, so you had to see that coming.
What is it about the inside of these things that makes those things want to fight so bad?
They're forced to eat kale.
Oh, okay.
That jelly was a lot tougher than it looked.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'm seeing mistletoe.
Yeah.
Is there anything for the mistletoe? Because we have the turkey and the reindeer, because they're both animals, and then you have Krampus and Tiny Tim.
Yeah, we have an odd number. What are you gonna do? You don't have an even number. What am I missing?
The pairings. Pairings are. There's comedy inherent in the pairings.
So what we got? We got 1, 2, 4, 5. How do we have 5? How do we have an odd number?
That's what I said.
Huh.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Is Krampus standing in front of something we can't see?
Battle yam.
Battle yam and mistletoe. All right.
Now, for those of you who may have forgotten, the battle yam was part of our Thanksgiving gladiators. So we'll see if the yam can hold up against the mistletoe. Place your bets. Here we go.
Okay.
Go battle yam. And they're at it. Oh, it's
Battle
pretty
yams.
even.
Wow.
Oh wow,
Oh,
mistletoe is very
dominating.
very aggressive.
Wow.
Wow.
Mistletoe is missile tough.
Made
He's attacking the rock. The mistletoe is attacking the rock.
Yep. Like, you want to
Wow.
go? Take it all
Down,
off.
mistletoe.
Take it all off. You can't stop now. Mistletoe.
He was actually moving the rock too. That was amazing.
Emphasis on
right.
missile.
All right, so we're ready for the turkey and the reindeer.
Yep.
I got a feeling reindeer's going to be.
I don't know. Turkey's got a sword.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to beat. Unless the reindeer uses the antlers pretty early.
Oh no!
What-
Oh
what
no!
are
I
you-
thought that might happen. They're getting Tiny
Oh.
Tim.
Oh, no!
I
No! Casualties of war.
He's already going at Tiny Tim.
Oh,
Yep.
somebody! Look at that.
Malcolm's on the reindeer.
How did
So the
I
reindeer
wanted on the
won.
reindeer.
Yeah, and then he made the turkey.
Oh,
and now
poor
he's
Tiny
attacking
Tim.
Tiny Tim again.
Tim's not even going to have a chance.
I got to put him in the trash. I'm sorry.
Where'd it go? I don't. Did you get him in there?
Yeah, I got him in the. I didn't get him in the dumpster. There was no room.
Oh,
I gotta make a new Tiny Tim.
that one's damaged.
That one's badly damaged. Okay.
I was worried about him standing up so close to the action.
Krampus and Tiny Tim. This is going to be epic.
Who's gonna win?
Okay,
Go with Tiny Tim.
I'm going to Tiny Tim.
You know who we're rooting for.
He's got the crutch.
Yeah, for
I
real,
got to
we gotta
admit,
root for him.
I feel weird putting Tiny Tim up against Krampus, but and like I said, I've done my best to sort of hobble Krampus because he's a beast. I don't know how Tiny Tim is going to fare against him.
Did you say what you did to him? Did you say what you did to Krampus?
To Krampus, I actually added another adjective. When he comes out of the dumpster, I added not only alive, but weak. I had to weaken him.
Okay.
Because he was like one-shotting everybody. He was like, they were pecking away at him, and he would just go bang and hit them one time and just destroy them. So I've run a few tests, and Krampus is it's a little more balanced, but I still think that he's got an edge over Tiny Tim. But we'll see.
Kick away that crutch. Come on, Tiny Tim.
Place your mitts. I'll give you 3-1 on Tiny Tim. So. All right.
Go, Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim.
Oh, wow.
Tiny Tim.
He just launched him into orbit.
Boy, he did, didn't he? He hooked him on those horns and just sent him into the stratosphere.
Where'd he go?
That's the last time we saw Tiny Tim.
Where is he?
He's currently exploding in outer space.
Maybe he stuffed him in his backpack.
We need to see the replay.
Maybe he stuffed him in his backpack.
He just launched him. He's gone.
Wow.
All right, I'll bring another Tiny Tim. We'll have 2 Tiny Tims, the Tiny Tim duos. Let's see what.
Wow.
You'll have to put them both in the dumpster, though.
Right. Well, I got to put Tiny Tim in the dumpster.
Yeah.
The third. This is Tiny Tim the third.
Tims. Oh, I thought you were going to do 2.
Oh, look, he's launched him again. Tiny Tim wins! Yay! He wielded his little crutch.
Okay. All right, so there we have it. So we've got the Yule log, we got Tiny Tim, we got the reindeer. And so we'll do the final. Oops.
The final battle.
Final battle. I feel like it's a little unfair. I feel like it was a little unfair to Krampus now, but
well, based on what their health status is in the dumpster, that's what they're going to come out with, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. But the reindeer didn't fit in there.
No, I know. So what are we gonna do?
Just.
They're all coming out mad.
But Tiny Tim's not in there.
And the Yule log wins.
But you're holding the missile. That's cheating.
This is rigged.
That didn't empty the. It didn't. There it goes. Okay.
There we go.
Why does
he's healed.
Why is he so balanced?
He doesn't need his crutch anymore.
I don't know.
Yay!
Show us his adjective. I want to see why he's so hoppy.
I don't know. God bless us, everyone. All right, you want to see him?
Do you have springs in his adjectives?
Tiny Tim.
See, look. He's got
floats. Buoyancy floats.
That's it. Tiny Tim floats.
You'll float too. That's a different movie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There you go.
You'll float too.
Yep.
Well, but he's not in water. He's not in water.
Just make him neutral. Don't do floats. That's just there you go.
So what do you want?
It's not a crutch. It's a pole vault pole.
That's funny.
Let's do a rematch with Tiny Tim and the Christmas jelly, which was a crowd favorite, and the Christmas Yule log.
Just put them all in.
Yeah,
put all of them in.
Yeah.
And
it's so far. It's so tainted right now. We have to just.
Yeah.
You already have a Tiny Tim.
Right, but he's damaged.
He's wounded.
Oh, okay. You're gonna get rid of him. Okay.
Oh no, it's.
Oh,
there we go.
Are you going to keep him buoyant?
Yeah, he can. He can stay buoyant.
Okay.
He's neutral. I made
Okay.
him neutral.
Okay.
And what else won? I don't remember.
Oh God, I guess Krampus only won once, and then we
Krampus
made
got
Tiny Tim.
hosed. Yeah.
We can put Krampus in
Reindeer. Did you put him in there already?
Yeah, you need the reindeer again.
I don't think our dumpster's big enough. Oh, it is. Okay, there we go. That's it, right?
Yeah.
You got 4 things. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm so scared. I'm going to get rid of this dumpster so it doesn't mess anything up. And I'm going to move this out of the way. Here we go. Place your bets.
Whew. Oh, look at the. Oh, it's agonizing.
Oh, the reindeer didn't even get hit till just now.
The pain. Oh, man.
It's going to be the reindeer.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's close.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yes! It's Tiny Tim again by a nose. By a red nose. It's Tiny Tim.
By a red bloody nose.
Fantastic.
I feel like that's what it should be. I feel like that's the correct.
I do too.
The correct thing. Why does it look like that? Why is it
Way
frozen?
to go, Tiny Tim.
What? Your video?
Yeah.
I don't know. You've been smiling. You've been grinning very merrily for a long time now.
Since about the 3-minute mark.
Yep.
Can you guys see? Is it moving still? Because it's not on my screen.
Your camera is not the game.
Your camera, yeah. We can see Malcolm or Tiny Tim moving, but
Okay, everything's frozen on my screen, so I can't see
Tiny
anything.
Tim wants a piece of the rock.
All right, so it's Tiny Tim, you guys.
Yes.
Tiny Tim is the big winner.
Rightly so. Rightly so.
you might want to close out that, remove that, what's it called? Scribble knots from your screen. That might help. Close it down.
Okay. And okay.
You also might turn your camera off and back on again. The audio's fine.
Scrooge versus Tiny Tim. That would be interesting, Jeff.
Well, we also discussed maybe doing a Santa battle with just a whole bunch of different kinds of Santa.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. An
You're
error occurred. Look at my green screen's all jacked up now because
now the
It's
magic
green.
has been revealed.
Wait a minute.
Now
That,
you know.
that wasn't your real background?
No, it wasn't. It was. It was a trick. It was a deception. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all. I don't know how we would top that anyway. I was not expecting that. I was really thinking that Krampus was going to be the big winner, but it makes me happy.
He got hosed. Krampus got hosed. I'm going to say it. Just saying it. I'm putting it out there. Krampus, I'm getting shirts. Krampus got hosed.
Krampus got hosed. No question. All right. Well, we have to get to the effort party, but before we do that, it's time for the snappy wrap up. So,
I don't know, guys. I've been so engaged with the Christmas brawl that I didn't even come up with some sort of wrap up. So,
Pshaw.
I like it when Dad makes a face like, seriously?
well, it's the sort of thing that I would get in trouble for, because remember how terrible my snappy wrap up was, and everyone's like, "You do a terrible snappy wrap up. I'm going to take over." I'm like, "Okay, well, you take over. You do a better snappy wrap up." I don't really have anything to do for a snappy wrap up.
All right. Well, just for that, you have to do the snappy wrap up.
Wrap it up.
We do have somebody saying that Brian should do Palpatine. No Grinch battle.
I don't think you can do Grinch.
Yeah,
we can
because
do Grinch.
it's licensed.
We can do Grinch. Well, yeah, we can. We talked about doing Santa next week. We're going to have various Santas. This is why you need to be part of the clique, because we talk about all of this important stuff in the effort party. But there's another battle coming up. It's going to be Battles of the Santas, the various, like Robot Santa and Octopus Santa, and we had several other Santas that were suggested. So
yes.
Yep.
That'll be
So
next week.
you can find Juan on castingcrowns.com.
Who?
He wasn't here today, but we talked about. Well, actually, he was in the Roget Montague segment.
Mm-hmm.
John Thomas Oakes. You can get Story Salad on his website. You can support Comedy Brian on his Patreon account. And tonight, John is going to read our credits.
Like Tiny Tim.
Like Tiny Tim. And if JT would play his new song, Christmas song, sort of behind him, that would, I think, be great. I always like when there's music to go with these silent videos. Right. Are you ready?
That's peppier than. That's a bit peppier than I thought Tiny Tim would be using. All right then, I suppose this has been a great show. Thank you for joining us tonight, and all you comedy clickers, Laura Adams and Ron Ayert. Thank you for the extra lump of coal in my father's bin. Jeremiah Greenwell and Sherry Hampton and Kathy Jones and Audrey Keyes and Roy Luke and Kenneth Malone and Amber McWaters and Devin Moon. You know how much we appreciate that extra copper that you dropped into our bucket. Dean Tricky and John Unger and Olivia Wearing. It's so nice to have all of you part of us at the table. God bless us, everyone.